Hi, this is Linda. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to do a casserole that was sent in to me by one of my viewers. I'm not sure they're a subscriber, but it was a viewer who got it off. I'm not sure if it was a vlog or a blog, but it is from Nina Lamb's site. And it's called Mother's Pork Chop Casserole, and it was something very different. So, pull up a chair and we'll get started with it. Now, I'm only going to do half of this recipe because the full recipe called for 8 pork chops, and I just can't eat that many. So, it says to do it in the broiler pan of your oven. Well, I couldn't find my broiler pan. How in the world do you lose a broiler pan? But this is my mother's turkey pan. So it was the next biggest thing that I had. And I'm going to add something to this. I sprayed the bottom of it. And I followed the directions exactly. Which was to and I'm straying from it now because I just don't think this is enough sauerkraut. It's to wash and drain a pound of sauerkraut. And I had used some of this sauerkraut and I thought there was more than a pound in there. But then now as I look into this, I don't think there was. So I'm just using the rest of it right now. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and let it get good and preheated. Now into the sauerkraut I'm going to mix, well, this I'm just going to lay on top. It's some caraway seeds. They have a slight licorice taste. So I suppose you could use anise instead. So anyway, that's our first layer. I sprayed this pan. I don't know if I told you or not. And it says to leave a 2-inch margin. So I guesstimated around the outside of the pan. Now it calls for thick sliced apples that are not cored. So all I'm going to get off of this was just the where the core bottom was. I washed my apples now, you guys. So it says the seeds will taste like nuts. So I'll put the big side down. I'm just going to go ahead and put these apples all around. I don't have enough to finish, but that's okay, because the pork chops aren't going to go all around either. So, and I'll put another half right here. So we're putting the apples right on top of the sauerkraut. Now you cut a large onion into rounds, and it goes on top of the apple slices. I only did 4, so that's what we're going to go with. I got a little bit of onion left. Maybe I'll put a little on the half apples that I left. Because that's skin, I guess I'll just place that there. Okay. So that is the onion. Now, you have to place the pork chops, and they're supposed to be 3/4 of an inch on top of the onions with the fat side, which will be this side right here, the fat side on the outside. This one doesn't really have much fat. That's a bone. And I'm going to put this one down here. I have 5. Well, this is a prettier one. So there we go. Now it says that you can season your pork chops, and I had what I want to use. It says sage, rosemary, thyme, that type of thing, but I've got this more spice, and I like it, so I'm going to put a little bit of that on each of these pork chops. Okay. Gosh, I only got 1 pork chop left. I hate to not cook it. So I think I'm just gonna put it right here. Sprinkle a little of this on it. Well, that was more than a little bit. Okay, now I washed my potatoes now, and you're gonna cut these lengthwise. Let me cut the very end of this off. And you know, potatoes need a lot of salt, so I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper these before I ever get them on in the dish. There's my pepper. And it says to tuck them under the fat side of the pork chops. Can you see? Tuck them under there. I'm going to put one in between. And she said that's why you needed this 1/4 of an inch. So let's go with the other one. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I did the other one, I'm going to salt and pepper. And this is going uncovered. One lengthwise. It's going to bake uncovered in your 350-degree oven for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and you've got to turn them over halfway through, so that'll be about 50 minutes. Turn the pork chops over. So, we'll be back when all of that occurs. Alright guys, our meal is done. I don't know if it's what I was expecting. I don't know. But she said everything would be tasty. So here's the pork chops. I got a spatula here. So there's sauerkraut, onions, and apples. And potatoes. And I got, you know, Mr. Sam, he's sitting here. So
I've never heard anything like this.
I haven't either. This
Pork
is,
chops and sauerkraut.
you've never heard of pork chops and sauerkraut?
Not together? No, I haven't.
Alright, here's his plate, guys. Let's see what he thinks.
It should be different.
Should be. Tell me what you think that sauerkraut tastes like. That's sauerkraut with caraway seeds.
Mm-hmm.
What about the potatoes and
This
apple and
well, this is quite different, I'll say that.
onions? The onion.
It's hot, sure is hot.
I know. I don't know how you're eating it, but you are.
Well, it's very good. It's quite different if somebody wants to try something unusual, but it's quite tasty, yeah. The apple.
What about that pork chop, Sammy?
Pork chops, alright.
Is it a little hard, or is it?
Yeah.
Does it taste good, or?
Well, I think they were a little thin, and they.
Well, it said 3/4 of an inch, and that's about what those were. So.
It's a pretty good dish. It's different. It's taking me a little while to get used to it, but it's every ingredient I like: the onion, apple, sauerkraut, pork
The onions and apples are soft, aren't they?
Yeah.
The potatoes are done.
Yeah.
Everything ought to be done for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So.
It's an unusual little dish.
Does it taste like something you'd get in China or Japan? I'm not sure if this lady was Chinese or Japanese.
Well, I don't know. I've never been to China and Japan. I don't know what they eat. I've eaten at the Chinese restaurant, but I'm sure that, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's worth trying.
All right.
I don't know if I'd want to eat it every day.
I don't know of anything I'd want to eat every day. Okay, guys, you heard it from the taster. I hope you try this dish and I hope you like it, and I appreciate you coming in each and every time and spending part of your day with me. Give me a thumbs up if you want to like this dish. Share it if you want to. Until next time, you take care and God bless.